Made this song with my fingers. Right here. I made it in Jacksonville, Florida. Shouts out to Jacksonville. Happy 4th of July. Man. How do you feel about the bass line on this song? Be honest with me. I love the bass line on the song, but this is my favorite part right here. You know I gotta do it. You know I gotta do it. You know I love the shakers. If anybody knows me as a producer, they know I love the shakers. Helios. Helios, the sun god, the Greek sun god. You know, I'm from the Sunshine State, Jacksonville, Florida, Duval County. Supposed to have the applause queued up. Duval County. Duval County, stand up. Jacksonville, Florida, born and raised there, man. Yeah, man, I forgot where I was going with all that. I had some sauce, you know, but I had to pause it to put the claps in there. How are you guys doing? Happy 4th of July. Give it up for our country's Independence Day. Go get Helios. Go get Helios. Made this solo with my hands, my mind, and an idea of Helios in a melodic form. All the places I could have gone. I mean, all the places you can go in a solo in music, man. That's the beauty about music. You know, the beauty of improvisation, the beauty of soloing. I think it was the great B.B. King or something like that said, sometimes it's about what you don't play. How are we doing? How are we doing right now? It's Thursday. This is gonna probably come out after the 4th. Yeah, definitely gonna come out after the 4th. Yeah, the 4th. You know, our country's day where we make it real. You know, she made it real. She tattooed that name on the back of her, her back, above her buttocks, and she tattooed the name, the United States of America. That's what this land did. If you look at this land like the Statue of Liberty or like one piece of big land, you know, you look at this place like a woman, you know, deep in the bayou, who's like bedridden. You could also look at her like the United States, but no, somewhere on the back of her back is the United States. She made it real when she tattooed that name on her back. Yeah. Yeah, USA all the way. USA all the way. USA all the way. USA all the way. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the man who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up. Next to you. Been heard still today. Ain't no doubt that I love this land. God bless the USA. Happy 4th. Feel that red, white, and blue. Feel it. I mean, don't just feel this teal you see up on me. This blue you see up on me. Don't just feel that. Don't just feel the clown. I actually wore this clown sock to the clown game, the Jaguars clown game. We weren't hip to the fact that we can't lose against, we can't lose to the Colts at home. Suck it, Indy. Get out of the AFC South. You've got no place in the AFC South. I don't care how racist Indiana can be. Right? I don't care. No, but you guys know they have no place in the AFC South. It snows in Indiana. It might snow in Tennessee. Okay? It does not snow in Jacksonville. We get excited over some freaking flurries, happening on one side of town. Wish I had like a dong, sound effect ready to go. But you guys know it should be the Dolphins in the South, and they switch with the Colts. The Colts. I get that you're in the Midwest, but no one cares. You're in the Eastern Hemisphere of the United States, baby. Right? Indiana. Right? It doesn't matter, dude. They should be in the NFC or in the AFC East. Okay? And the Cowboys should be in the NFC South. Cowboys should be in the NFC South, and they should trade with the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers are simply the most Eastern team that is not in the NFC East that is above the Mason-Dixon line. Woo! God, oh, man. Oh, woo! Give it to me. Thank you. Oh, man. Oh, man. I did not think I was going to put a period on that. Let me try it one more time. Oh, here we go. The Panthers need to switch with the Cowboys. The Cowboys are in the NFC East. And the Cowboys are the most southern western team in the NFC at all outside before Arizona. Okay. All right. The Panthers are the most eastern team that is below the Mason-Dixon line, and they're in the NFC South. And they're also the most northern team in the NFC South. Woo! Give me one. I'm not done. I'm not done. Oof. I know you don't want to hear this, Dallas, and I have a soft spot for you, Dallas, because you embraced me for a cup of coffee, and I appreciate that cup of coffee. Irving, you as well. Mesquite, I don't think that we got to know each other well enough. Either way, Cowboy Nation. Give it up for Cowboy Nation out there. Got nothing to do with me. But let's call it. I did the thing on Pearson. Dang, I don't forgot his name. I hate that. Earl Pearson, Drew Pearson. Jesus, woo! All right. So the Cowboys, man. I know you guys don't want to hear this, but you guys can't hold on to these rivalries anymore. You can't hold on to the Eagles rivalry anymore. You can't hold on to the you got to get the Giants rivalry and the Commanders, as of now, Commanders rivalry. You guys got to get hip to what's really real, how you really feel about the South. You guys want to call yourself, I'm about to get into it, Texas. Get ready. You guys want to put yourself in the SEC. All right. You're in the SEC now, and you had a good run. You're a solid team. We love Arch. Culture loves Arch since he went to St. Louis and did that thing. So the culture's down. We also love the Mannings. Everyone loves the Mannings. Anyway, Cowboy Nation, I get it. I feel a certain way about anything Tennessean, right? I understand. And I think you guys need to just fully commit to the South thing. The South thing. Yeah. I think Texas needs to commit to the South thing, which is like you guys stay away from having 3 teams having to travel to Dallas, that play in the cold. And it does get cold in Dallas, by the way. That's where I really first truly experienced the cold in like a living situation. And I hated it. This is where I'm from, baby. Yeah, that's my peer. Yeah. And so, where was I? Yeah, Cowboy Nation. I think you guys just need to commit to the South, and but this probably won't happen until what, who. I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to ever. I would never be recorded saying something like what I'm gonna say, but certain things weren't going to change until that. But I think that I could look forward to the Cowboys not just thinking about themselves in this whole thing and thinking about the Panthers. I think Carolina Nation, Panther Nation, I think they deserve to play those teams. They deserve to play those teams. The NFC South, by the way, is a little dull. It's a little dull. Let's just call a spade a spade. Until Tom Brady got down there in Tampa, it was dull. It was dull since, I love J-Bo. Love J-Bo. I thought he was awesome. But yeah, man, since Gruden and McCardell and Mike Alstott, was it Rich Gannon? Is it Rich Gannon? Is that him? The NFC South is dull. Ever since Cam Newton, it's been dull. So it's like there's been these spurts. You see spurts of but the NFC East is always lit. Always lit. Even in the plummet of the Eagles, the Michael Vick Eagles, the early Chip Kelly Eagles, or early Coughlin days of the Giants, right? Early Coughlin days. I don't think we're great. By the way, they were 9-7 or something like that in that first Super Bowl, or 7-9. This is back when you could scratch a lotto ticket and get into the playoffs. Now they almost invite teams to the playoffs. Aren't they talking about an 18th game? Is that a thing? I think I heard that on the radio the other day. An 18th game in the NFL. Shouts out to the Jaguars for signing Travis Hunter. Finally. Jesus. My God. Sorry. Yeah, shouts out to the Jags, man. Yeah, the NFC East and the Sorry, sorry it took me so long to get off of that. Yeah. So Helios, man, Helios. Let's get it back up. Let's get it back up a little bit. Let's kick it up. Uh. So yeah, where did I make Helios? I made Helios in the hood. I made Helios in the absolute ghetto. I made Helios off of 10th and Myrtle in Jacksonville, Florida. Yeah, I moved to the hood with one of my friends. He was a bit passionate about the idea of not moving to the hood per se, but that it would be okay. And it was. We got out of there. We're here to tell the story, baby. Yeah. Shouts out to being here to tell the story. Yeah. It's so fun hearing myself talk. My buddy, I don't even know if he wants me to use his name, but he is. I'm not gonna call him a Johnny boy. I'm not gonna say that he is one, but he is from St. Johns County, and I used to get my hair cut across the street from where we live. So I got my hair cut. This is 10th and Myrtle. There's a barbershop. I don't even know. I think that barbershop's still running. Off of 10th and Myrtle. And I used to get my hair cut there by a lady named Miss Sting. And I don't even know if it's Miss Sting. And I'll say, that alcohol, when if you're an African American, you're getting your haircut, you getting your line up, your tape up, and they put that alcohol on you. Woo! Yeah. So she was Miss Sting to me. That stuff stung really badly. But it also could have been Miss Steen, right? So, but that sounds a little inaccurate, to say the least. And clap me up for getting out of that. Clap me up for getting out of that, huh? In today's world, clap me up for getting out of that, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Woo! All right. So yeah, that's where I made Helios, man. Made it. Clap me up again for just making a song in the hood. Finishing with making a song with my fingers, putting the headphones on. I don't know. When did I make it? Did I make it around this type of time? In the July-ish areas of 2021. I know it was 2021 because COVID had already we already gone through the first wave of COVID. So, in the summer of 2020, hell, that's when I got COVID, in the summer of 2020. Yeah. Made this song in 2021 in the hood. Sorry. I'm just looking. I think I got two different feeds of the of the should we take the pier? Should I take the pier off? Yeah, I think I should, because the beach is lit. It's lit. It's a nice night at the beach in Jacksonville, Florida. The pier, I don't know. I feel like we could end up seeing someone doing something not right up on the pier. Hold on. All right, man, let's slide. Yeah. So we got the, okay. This is the same feed, right? Yeah, it's the same feed. I'm looking at it on the TV. How about this place, the beach? Give it up for Jack's Beach. A lot of good times in Jack's Beach, man. Learn how to play the guitar in Jack's Beach by a man named David Lee Redding. Very interesting guy, big character. Not by size, but just big character, man. Taught me how to play the guitar. Yep. Family friend. By the time I was 20, taught me how to play guitar. Man, just a lot of good times at Jack's Beach. Not really a Fletcher guy. Not really big on Fletcher High School. Shouts out to Sandalwood High School. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Saints all the way. Yeah, I like the beach. I would go out to the beach. I would go out there at night and get really scared by the water. Like, just look at the water. Like, just when the sun goes down and you just see like some, not even a silhouette of ships, but like of a ship, but you see, a blinking light moving, and it's like that. I can't even see that thing. And I just see the light, and it's just like thinking about how dark it is. In the water, it's just a scary thought. I don't know, but yeah, I used to go out there at night a lot, man. Especially not too long before I moved away from Jacksonville. I was big on going to the beach at night. And to the beach, not to the beach bars, by the way. Not a big fan of the beach bars, but shouts out to them, man. Shouts out to them. They keep musicians in Jacksonville employed, DJs in Jacksonville employed, people, servers employed, hotel people's employed. I mean, this shot is from the Best Western, so shouts out to the Best Western. Shouts out to this YouTube guy, 911 Surf Pro or something like that, for not for doing this, for having this up. Shouts out, man. Shouts out to my city. Shouts out to my city one more time. Sorry. Big shouts outs. Shouts outs. I know I snapped on Texas a second ago about how they misplaced their sports, and I get it. Dallas falls right in the middle of the Eastern and Western Hemisphere. It's at the end. It's at the western end of the Eastern Hemisphere, and then it's at the western end of the Eastern. Whatever, dude. It's right there, smack dab in the middle of America. So I get how they get so confused. Anyway, but I know I gave Texas crap earlier about that, but I want to give some shout outs to some people here, man. Shouts out to Distorted Sky. He is a Cowboy fan. Hate that for him. Who is that? That's Clouded, man. My guy Clouded. My guy Emmy. He's a Cowboys fan. Hate that for him. But he is one hell of a DJ and one hell of a host. And Distorted Sky, you guys got to go. I think they're doing this every Thursday at Neon Grotto. Shouts out to Neon Grotto. Corner location. Guys, I've been humbled. Quick shout out to Mia D. Quick shout before I tell you my humbles. Quick shout out to Mia D. Mia D was not only killing that night that I played with Distorted Sky, but my first time seeing her, she really impressed me by playing this Harry Romero version of Tanaya, and I think I just played the straight up version, and she played like another version, and it was just. Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, she opened up with it, and I was hooked. So shouts out to her and Mia D. And shouts out to my man, Clouded, Emmy. Appreciate you, brother. Had a great time. Opening. Yeah, I was humbled. I didn't realize that I was going to have to open, and so I had to open. And you got to get your opening bag right? You got to dig deep. What's down there? What is at tempos 120 to 125? Like, you don't want to play this track over 125. You don't like this track that much over 125. It's perfect over 125. You fell in love with it when you heard it on your phone, from however you heard it on your phone. So I had to dig deep in the bag and get down there and play some slower things, read the room, when the room starts to room. When people start to show up as an opener, you cannot let them go. You have to keep them there. It's important. You can't scare them off. You can't be the scarecrow DJ. You gotta you gotta be pleasant, and you gotta. I saw this guy. I saw this guy on. I don't even know if this is a guy. This person of today on the internet saying that I'm guessing they're a DJ, and they were saying that um, that you don't that it's 99% curation or 98% curation, 1% DJ skills, and 1% presence. And I just comment, I go, 1% presence, like stage presence? I was like, are you talking about like? I was like, really? And he's like, if you have to question this, then you don't get it. Give it up. Give it up to him. 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 It's not the first time this year that I've been told like someone who knew someone that was dear to me said in that person's presence, by the way, that I didn't have the ears because this person was of Mexican ethnic and was of a Mexican ethnicity. Oh my God. Why did this person was Mexican? Okay. And he was telling me that I didn't have the ears because he was telling me that I could sample something in 3/4. A lot of his Mexican music in particular is in 3/4. This like the 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, 8, 3. It's in 3, right? I tried to put that in rhythm and I couldn't. See how the waltz messes you up, man. And so I was trying to explain to him that I can't. It's just tough to sample. Music in 3. And while you can do it, God, would that suck to just chop up every note? Oof, because that's how you're going to have to do it. Because the triplet inflections are already happening on beat 1. The moment you play whatever you're playing in 3/4, you're going for the intentions of playing triplet notes. Come on, I'm doing some music stuff right now. Yeah. And so I didn't even explain all of that to him. And this person who invited me to this thing, who showed me off as some sort of little DJ person, and and producer, and then for their person who's running this party, who's doing this party, is telling me I don't have the ears. Now we all have had drinks, that's fine, but I think what sucks is when that person who brought you go, hey, now, nah. Sauce is within Dizzle, like he's. If anything, he has ears. If anything, that might be the only thing he has. He can't keep a job. All right, sorry about that. But told me I didn't have ears. And this person on Instagram is telling me that I don't get it because I was questioning whether he was talking about 1% stage presence or 1% like presence, like maybe he wrote presence wrong and it was supposed to be PRESEINTS, like presence you give to people in the crowd, like a whatever, a request, a request approval, 1% of request approval. Sorry. All right. But yeah, so dude, opening was interesting. I've been humbled lately by so many things in life that have been happening lately. Getting grounded as a human being. Oh, man. I mean, just taking it back to January, I never thought that wretched company that wears the white, purple, green, and orange, that they could, do me the way they did. But, it showed me that there's the bar. The bar is set there with 5 years of tenure, and they do me that way. So hate that. And so, yeah, man. I think all I do have is ears. Thank God, dude. Thank God. Shoot. Um, yeah, yeah. So I made this song with my ears, and that's the how. We covered the where. We covered the where. We covered the why. I say the why. I think I was playing a lot of Assassin's Creed. I think I was playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Odyssey at the time. I don't know. I might have been. But and I think I also had like a Greek friend at the time. And so I was interested in the Greek gods in some sort of sense, right? And so yeah. Yeah. Um Sorry, man. Sorry. I'm so scattered brain. Let's just the how, man. I'm really I'm a I want to say something. I want to say something. We as DJs, opening really taught me that that you really gotta just like we gotta meet these people halfway. We gotta meet these people halfway. Sometimes it's just not always about us. As much as being a DJ, we're in the center of things. We're just quote unquote mashing buttons, pushing buttons, turning knobs. That's what people think of us, by the way. And hey, when you guys don't pay us or me or us, or hopefully, you know what? I hope it's just me. I hope you guys are just not paying me. There is something that people have against me, and that's why they don't pay me sometimes. I'm fine with that, but don't do that to the other people. You know, especially if they're good, right? You know, and the ones off the subject about not getting paid, but the ones who are not good. I might have brushed up against this subject before, but the ones who are not good, you know what? This is how I want to say it, man. I want to say it like this. If you've given this a shot, you're coming. Hey, I'll say it like this. I'm 31, man. I've been in music since I was 15 or 16 years old. As far as professionally, like playing shows, getting paid, that whole nine right there. As a musician, and I want to say this too, something's going on with the audio. As a musician, back in Jacksonville, man, you right here. Before I really move on, I kind of want to go back to the not paying people thing. You mess around and not pay one of these musicians who's playing at one of these bars, but right behind this camera shot, down there on was it First Street or whatever? You mess around and not pay some of the musicians on the strip. I don't think. Man, I'm thinking about something crazy. Just a quick shout out, man, and a sort of moment of silence to my past buddy, Glenn McNeil Jr. Oh, I miss you, man. What a funny human being you were. What a joyous human being you were, Glenn. We're talking directly to you up in that sky right there. You know what gets me about my friend's passing, if I may, slain on the streets of Jack's Beach. But you know what? Where he loved to be. Give it up for him one more time. Where he loved to be. And say what you want out there, all you pretenders. out there. Say what you want. I don't care. Yes, he was at the beach bars when he was wrongfully, if I may, to the McNeil family and the damn, what's his mama last name? William. No. Just Miss Robin. I'm sorry. But if I may, my friend was unable to. Jacksonville only has one trauma unit, and that's UF Shands, and where these hoodlums got my guy. It he went into went into fight or flight mode, and so he was unable to get to Shands, our only trauma unit. Jacksonville is the biggest city landmass wise in the continental U.S. of A. So Juneau, Alaska, Anchorage, and up there in Alaska don't count. It's us, number one, baby, the biggest. We're still on my friend, by the way. We're still on my friend. He was unable to get to Shands. Thank you. He was unable to get to Shands, and oh man, we loved him. We loved him. These freaking people just just did the wrong thing. How about that? They did the wrong thing, yeah. And God's gonna get them. Yeah. Yes. Isn't that the glory? If I may, I'm sorry for anybody out there, but if I may, that's the glory of letting go and letting God. Yes, he died where he loved to be, and I love that from my buddy. He's got a little cobblestone. By the way, shouts out to 2900 cobblestone block. But my man's got a little cobblestone. My man's got a little cobblestone in the right there, right by the Jacksonville Beach amphitheater. Is it called the amphitheater? Anyway, it's an amphitheater, so I think it's called an amphitheater. Jeez, man, I've been gone for a little bit, right? Oof-a-la. All right, so yeah, shouts out to my man, Glenn McNeil Jr. We miss you so much. The thing that hurts me so much for me, by the way, we had I remember our last moment. Our last moment is at Lynch's Irish Pub. Shouts out to Lynch's. Played great shows there at Lynch's, man. Great shows at Lynch's. Oh, I've had some fun at Lynch's, man. Isn't it crazy that's like where black people go though at the beach? You know, they go to Lynch's. I know Irish people are gonna hate that, and white people are gonna hate that one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What a word they used to use. What hurts about my friend passing is that he didn't get to see the 2017 Jacks. He passed, unfortunately. I call it July 4th. He's out there on July 4th, the night of July 4th, and passes in the middle of the night of July, or in the middle of the morning, dawn, just before dawn, on the 5th of July, 2017. And he doesn't get to see the 2017 Jags. And Glenn loved being at the game. If I knew Glenn was at the game, I knew he was at the Bud Zone. Look, I'm not trying to, and I hope no one, I don't want it to make it sound like I'm making my friend sound like he was dude, first of all, man, the guy was just the life of the party. Everyone loved, you know what, you want to hear something real? I hated when he made a transition. He made a transition from us, who were kind of in like the Monument McCormick area, in Monument McCormick, Cobblestone area of, Arlington. Greater Arlington, by the way. Shouts out to Greater Arlington. I'm joking. It's East Arlington. We can't say Greater Arlington. We can't forget about the other side. We got to be nice. But he made a transition to these Gervin Joe Andy kind of guys, over there off of Hodges and Gervin, and they all kind of like I would say kind of grew up together as young adults together, like in their formative years as adults, and so I want to say he may have been with some of them the night that he was called up by by the man, and and or maybe he wasn't actually. I think that might be the story, and but yeah, he loved to be there, and he loved to be at the Bud Zone at the games, and so he never got to see the 2017 Jags that we love to call back so much as Jaguar fans. DTWD, I love you, Glenn McNeil Jr., and I know you actually saw those playoff games from up there. I love you so much. Oh, man. Oh, got the goosebumpies. Oh, God. Oh, man. Yeah. Florida, miss you, Florida. Could this whole Texas thing could be coming to some close. I don't know, but something's got to happen for me here. And I get it if people here are like, well, we don't really feel the same, And so I get that. And so, yeah, we'll see how this year goes. Unfortunately, I wasn't really given the opportunity. Or you know what? I didn't make my own opportunities to move out of this place. So I gotta do it. I gotta pull another one in this place. Fine, and so yeah, that's what it's gonna be, bees, and we're gonna get through this. I ain't gotta get through this. I ain't gotta get through this. We're coming up on the close. Have you heard Helios? Have you heard Helios yet? Do you know that your boy Dizzle has a thing for the harmonic minor scale? And I think that is what I did when I made this song with my hands. When I made my song with these hands and these minds, shouts out to System of a Down. So, shouts out to System of a Down. When I mentioned the Madden cover stuff last week, it was like I said, it was in '05 where I really started to enjoy the game of football and Madden, right? Because my cousins would beat the crap out of me, dude, and all the other ones, right? And so, but in '05, it was just a big year of me really finding out who I kind of was as a young, opinionated guy, dude, right? And so System of a Down was they are my favorite. They're my favorite rock band. And then give it up for them one more time. Really saying what they wanted to say, getting in there, and kind of getting out of there. Kind of not. They'll do some shows at the Forum. They'll go to certain places, elsewhere. They'll go to Rio and play a show. They'll go to they'll play shows internationally, and they'll be huge. Obviously, they're loved in Europe and stuff. I think, right? I would assume so. Around Armenia, in Turkey, in Istanbul, and oh my God, isn't that in Turkey? Because there's no such thing as an Istanbulish. Oh my God. All right, well, at least I caught it. Give it up. Hey, I caught it. Woo! I caught it. Oh my goodness. Oh man. But yeah, they use that kind of Northern Horn African, Eastern European a little bit, and then the Middle East. And then, because isn't that the thing about the Middle East? is like when you listen to East, like you think about like polka music, I guess, right? Or like, I'm thinking of like a Cirque du Soleil song like right now, like. Like that's kind of like it's got that upbeat, like, on the ands and then but they kind of have the same harmonic minor, like dizziness, dizzy danciness, the thing, the ting, sorry. Um, and so you go over there, so you get to Eastern Europe, and you feel, or right? I think that's what it would be like, you know, the Baltic area. Am I saying correct things right now? Oh, sorry. Right, and then you get to then you get to the Middle East, and they find this thing between India and Eastern, the Slavic music, Slavic people. Can I say that? That's a description of like a area people, right? Okay. So yeah, you got like that kind of, yeah. I just feel like the Middle East, they meet both of those in the middle. Woo. Okay. All right. So, but yeah, that's my favorite scale, man, and you can really hear it in a lot of my music. Do we want to do the solo again? Do we want to do the solo again? Ooh. Sorry for the crush. I hated that I hit the crush. Sorry. Helios, go get it. Go get it, man. I appreciate you guys. If you've been listening all the way here, man, I appreciate you so much. If you listened to the last episode, man, I appreciate you so much, man. Shouts out to Distorted Sky again. Shouts out to... Oh, no, I'm not done. I'm not done. I had something to say. I have a message to deliver. There are people that I think involved in music, I'm not just here in Austin, everywhere, man. Everywhere. And I think, but specifically, if I may, I do want to talk about the ATEX community. And whereas this is a very young community, when I was in Jacksonville, I learned from people like Poppy Disco, shouts out. Jack T, shouts out. JB Disco, shouts out. As far as older people, Nick Fresh, shouts out. Nico Fresco, Mass Appeal, shouts out. Q45, shouts out. A lot of people to look up to, man. A lot of people to look up to. Evan Cavallini. Oh, my God, Evan Cavallini. And I'm going to give an honorable mention to my guy, Satellite Frank, Andre Martins. But he's younger than me, right? He's younger than me. But I absolutely look up to him. Jesus. Oh, my God, is he a hitter? So, pause. But look, let me, even a thing that I would have wanted to see out of that community, but not by any of those people who I just mentioned. Some others who I will not mention. Yeah, I'm not going to mention them. And at least in that scene, so Austin, you don't feel like I'm talking directly towards you right now, because I know feelings get hurt out here in Austin, probably a bit more than they do back there in Jacksonville. Um, it's just we're just different places, and it's no shot to the people here. In fact, I've learned how to become a more patient person here. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And so, what I want to say is one thing that I would have liked to have seen and would like to still see out of any community that I'm involved in, as far as a DJ or a musician, is more roles being filled by people who are stepping down from the popularity role in in the field. So the popularity role, may it be in DJing, may it be in even in musicianship and stuff like that, you got the popularity role, and essentially you are. I think we can have people like that step down into behind the scenes roles and management roles and managerial roles and booking roles, promoting roles. Tell me something, you all. I just said earlier, I started playing music when I was 15, a long time ago, man, in Jacksonville, Florida, and I saw promoters. I saw promoters, and they are, they're interesting people, and you know, but there's a way to do everything correctly, and I don't know if I've ever really met any booking agents like that, really, right? But yeah, and then I've never met an agent. I've never met a manager. I have never met, and you can lie to me all you want. Don't lie to yourself. You have never met a manager. You've never met a guy, or sorry, a person of today walk up with someone next to them. They introduce themselves to you as, "Hey, I'm, and this is my manager." You've never had that encounter. And that says something. That says that we're not taking each other seriously. I talked about earlier about how people don't pay here sometimes. Hate that. Hate that, right? And also, it's like if we're not going to take each other serious in a way where we can, and by the way, I'm always open to criticism. I'm always criticizing myself, by the way, all the time. All the time, man. Yeah, yeah. And, especially on the quality of the post-production of my music right now, it's not great. I'll come clean right now. Give me a clap. I've been using AI post-production. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm going to use it for, by the way, Timbaland. Yeah, I'm not going to steal other people's music because I can actually make it. Let's 1 second, Austin. 1 second. I'll be right back. Let me write it down. A-Tex. Timbaland, let's deal with you really quick, please. Bring Timbaland to the front. Just get Helios back up. Yeah, it's a song that I made, Timbaland, right, with my own hands. Yeah, it's a song that I made. Sorry. Hold up. You just hear that twice. Sorry. Yeah. It's a song that I made, Timbaland, with my own hands, in the harmonic minor scale, Timbaland. Like Big Pimpin'. Like Big Pimpin', Timbaland, who you stole from Egypt, which is fine. We love Big Pimpin'. I was born in 94, okay? So I love Big Pimpin', okay? Especially the live rendition on Jay-Z's Unplugged. No free shout-outs. Jay-Z doesn't need any more shout-outs, but I just saying that is just pure music. The Roots, as the musicians, sitting in musicians, oh man, and the Big Pimpin' song on that. Check it out. But back to you, Timbaland, you thief. We got you. Yeah, and so we got you. We got a first-hand look at how bad it can get in music with AI. And that's what I'm kind of trying to say with this. Get Timbaland out of here. That's what I'm trying to want to say with this whole music water cycle thing in a community, right? So you have the people who are good at music up here, where Timbaland isn't. I'm joking, dude. All right, sorry. 1 second, Austin. 1 second, motorcycle music thingy. Timbaland, I love your beats, dude. I love, but you spiderweb off of really good samples, and that does make you a really good producer. But we can't catch you stealing. We can't catch you stealing without a mask on. You know what, Timbaland? I love More Than a Woman. It's my favorite beat from you. It's my favorite beat that what would people tell me, musicians tell me, is that in the harmonic minor scale? Is that why it speaks to me so much? Shouts out to Aaliyah. Rest her soul. Passion is done. That means so good. I remember that when I was a kid. I remember that video. I remember loving that song at a very young age. Very young age. Who was I? You know, I am a Christian, but I don't know. Can I think about it? Like, who was I in the previous life? Who was I? Was I like this? Like, was I like a northern, horn, eastern, like African, like an Egyptian or an Algerian? Was I? Who was I? Was I? Oh my God! Was I in the Taliban? Oh my God! In the previous life, was I in the Cold War? Like, that's the Cold War? The storm, Desert Storm. Sorry. Whew. But yeah, you know what, Timbaland? I love Big Pimpin'. I love, and you always do it. You always do it with these samples. You know, I was actually getting. I know I'm running long. I'm sorry. I'll finish up, dude. I'll finish up. But I was actually listening to going to get records, and a lot of times when I would get records a lot, you know, back then I would go off just the cover, and I saw this African ceremonial one, right? And I almost promise you, if I didn't, unless it was on my phone, because I did try and look for it, like on that record, I don't know if I found it, but I know I can find it on my phone. And I was just listening to this album one day, and I heard, I'll see that string part. I'm going to give to him, dude. We have to give Timbaland those string parts. We have to give him. Just look, he's not out there. I don't agree with the AI artist thing. I think he should just come out and be like, Timbaland, I think you should come out and be like, bro, y'all have this seat. No, F it, we're going along. Y'all have this seat to make things better. You've seen, or are you guys just in as deep as the government? Or are you actually just in deep with the government? To where you're like, I don't know what Timbaland is giving back to Virginia. I don't know that. And I'm not going to say that he's not done anything like that. But you're in that perfect age. You're in that perfect age to kind of get off of the internet and to go and like lay down some roots back there in the DMV. Maybe just Virginia. I don't know, but I don't know. Baltimore could use it. You know? You can give it. You could team up with Charisma. You could put Charisma on. I tried to make a thing about Just Hilarious and the Breakfast Club seeing something, but Timbaland, Charisma's my favorite Baltimore producer. I don't really know too many actually, but he's my fave. And instead of going, I'm going to make this AI thing to make things easier for me and my cronies. Wait, can I? I don't even know if I can say that, but I think you can say that. And when I say that, I'm using it in a sense that, like, is that a bad word? I don't know if that's a bad word or not. But if it is, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say it. But yeah, he's making things easier, not for the people. And we've seen Kanye make things give back to the people in way of also him it being a part of his content. You know, some gospel choir from LA on Sunday service, some gospel choir from Philadelphia on Sunday service, and etc. We've seen Kanye do things like that, or he's just touring with them, or whatever, or he's bringing in this orchestra. Hey, can we get nope. Diddy's out of jail, and Kanye is trying to. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Kanye is trying to say something, and he just doesn't deliver it well. I don't agree with the delivery. I don't even agree with the true, like, amount of substance, by the way. There are ways to feed people truth. And I don't agree with the way he goes about it. But I think he's telling us some sort of truth, man. I just think he is, man. Like, I don't know, dude. He's the most inspirational. Get Timbaland out of here. He's the most inspirational artist, producer of my generation. The millennial generation. It goes to Kanye West. This part of the promo cast is for the producers. All right? And I just think that there needs to be this circle of, this water circle of just actually having this thing flow, because we're starting to, at least DJs, and I'm gonna start to get back into the musicianship of my life very soon, because I'm getting tired of like kind of like, I don't know, man, something, right? And so this little cycle needs to be like this. It needs to be like people who are good at music up at the top of this cycle. Right? It's not necessarily that they're on top. They're just at the top of the cycle. Without the producers and performers of music and creators and writers of music, what is it? Right? Okay? So, yeah, actually have it. They're at the top. By the way, we're at the top. Sorry, dude. All right, this is going to be a little harsh, but I mean so much wellness. And to this side, right here over here is going to be the camera see me. To this side is going to be the behind the scenes people, and that's going to be your sound techs, your sound engineers who are of post production in, you know, music recordings, and sound engineers who are of live music, you know, performance. And there's also lighting too. That's a thing that does take some sort of rhythm, right? And but yeah, there's a lot of behind the BTS work, dude. That a lot of, I think that some people from here who aren't doing so hot right here, your family's kind of tried to sit you down. You're in year 2 out of UT saw Texas State, and your parents are like, hey, please put this DJ thing down. Hey, by the way, I'm 31. I didn't go to college, but I lay it down for this. I lay it down for my music. In fact, I remember calling my mom at FSCJ and telling her, this isn't for me. And that's when I went on the road with that reggae band and started my musician life. In that summer of like 2016 or something like that. It was like 2015 or something. So long ago, 10 years ago, you know, 10 years. How crazy. All right. So you got the people who are good at music here, and then you got the people who help their music become more amplified, or you know, give it amplification or make it sound better, and behind the scenes work and post production, mixing and mastering. Oh my God, I suck at mixing and mastering. I just confessed to you that I've been using AI mastering. That's the only thing that I use AI for. You don't hear me coming out against AI right now because people have made it so hard for us to even afford post-production. So you mean to tell me that I'm a real player with these songs, right? Yeah, I'm a real player with these songs, right? And so got about 34, 37, some 40 songs ready to go, ready to be touched on by a mini or a medium-sized label. Just need post-production. You see I can make content, yada, yada, yada. I know how to perform. You know I got sauce. You know I know about music. You know I know what I'm talking about to a degree. I can always learn, right? Why would you not pick me up? By the way, this is the best time to pick me up. All right, like I just started a job. Come on, right? Like, it's the middle of the summer. The girl just left me. This is the perfect time. I'm on the streets. Like, this is the perfect time to pick up a stray dog. Yeah, right. My dog just looked at me. Yeah, no, seriously, this is the perfect time. I'm up here. I'm up on this thing right here. I'm up on this part right here, and then so down here like I said, we got road managers. We got booking agents, promoters. We have venue operations. Man, do we need people to really care a bit more in venue operations. Shouts out to the people who do care about music and venue operations, rather than just like who's got the best hair, like that DJ hair with the mustache and stuff. Outside of that, and some tracks off of that little thing that the little share thing that they all get the music. I buy my music, by the way. I mean, look, I'm not trying to just separate myself from people, but I buy my music, by the way. Yeah. Okay. And then to the left is just strictly agents and managers. To the left, agents and managers. I've always seen myself having like the kind of relationship, because I like write my own songs and stuff like that. Like this, I've always seen myself getting like rich off of that, and then like getting rich and famous, but like not wanting like just kind of being like very Larry David with it, and like having this, essentially like the Leon will be my agent, like JB Smoove would be my agent, right? How cool would that be? A spinoff of Curb, but we fast forward to 5 years from now. I'm like I'm like James Hype, but on like this side of things, and not like a technically savvy like not like that. I love it. I love it. Yeah, on this side, managers. If we can make this thing go around, dude, you would see me at more shows. I could quit my job. I've talked to some guys that have quit their jobs and have become Austin, Texas DJs. And I'm like, man, come on, man. Help me out a little bit. Show me how to do that. Come on, show me how to do that. Teach me how to fish. Don't just give me the fish every now and then like take like the best part of the fish or a significant part of the fish, like the nutrients of it, right? Because eating it is like the gig, right? And then getting paid is like the nutrients of the gig. Because someone told me recently, don't just be in it for the money. And it's like, don't tell me how to look at money, though. Don't tell me how to look at money. Don't do that. Come on, I don't have a degree. Come on, you went to UT, dude. That's unfair. Unless playing music is the new office job and we can all fake it to the top. No one here really knows what they're talking about. Everyone's got the same mustache, the same haircut. All the girls believe in the same thing. All the other people of today believe in the same thing and hate the guys. Anyway, I wanted to end with the music cycle that if we could all make it go round. Think about that Tectonic song or whatever they call it. People make the world go round. Right? Think about that song, man. When I first started playing that song as a musician, it used to mess me up. That time signature messed me up. So yeah, just this thing going in a circle, man. Just getting, all of us spending the money that we could make from the world on each other to get things better, and so that we can all be a part of this thing. If I can lastly say, like, everybody wanting to be a DJ isn't a community. That's not a music community, and that's not a DJ community, and there should be no such thing as a DJ community, because DJs need more than just other DJs. Okay, thank you so much. Go get Helios. Okay, producers need more than just DJs. We need booking agents. We need road managers. We need agents, for crying out loud. We need some of you who can't beat match to step back and get out of here and go down to the, it's not demoting yourself, by the way. It's just like, it's like answering another call, fulfilling another purpose. If you've listened all the way, I know I got winded, man. Thank you so much, man. Your boy Dizzle. Love you so much.